Hey guys, it's Rachel from freescrapbookingideasandvideos.com, and I'm here to show you how to use embossing powders. So there's a couple different ways to do this. I have in front of me, these are pigment inks and clear embossing powder. So you can do it that way to get your color. You can use the ink to get your color, or you can use a clear embossing stamp pad and then use colored inks. So they come in metallics, which are really nice, like an actual shiny metallic look, gold and silver and bronze and that type of thing. And they also have a nice, it's like a teal with brown and metallic mix, like a tortoise look, tortoise shell, and that's a really pretty one. But I'm going to show you how to do this one today. So this is my real life deal. I stamped and didn't come through, so I'm going to do a little bit better job this time. Sometimes the foam stamps are hard to tell if you've gotten enough ink on there. But anyways, these are little cat's eye stamp pads, so you can take them off and you're just going to ink over your stamp, and you want to make sure you get plenty of ink on there so your embossing powder will stick to it. Now the trick with foam stamps is to press them evenly. But they are pretty inexpensive, which is one of the reasons I like them. You can get them at craft stores like Joann's or Hobby Lobby or something like that. So you're going to press. This one obviously didn't press well enough. The key is trying not to get them pressed on the edges. So we'll see how this works. Not too bad. Alright, then you're going to take your clear embossing powder. You're just going to pour it over the whole thing. And then you're going to want a piece of scrap paper. You can shake the excess powder off onto, like this. And then you can pour it back in your container so you don't waste it. Just like this. Goes a long way, unless your 2-year-old pours it out like mine did. I had a really nice collection. And that was not fun. But other than that, in normal use, they last a long time. Then you're going to take a heat gun or a heat tool, and it's you plug it in, and then it's just going to heat up and set the embossing powder. This one is just probably came from Hobby Lobby or somewhere like that. Just an inexpensive tool. It works great. So you're going to turn it on, and then you're just going to hold the heat gun right onto that embossing powder, and you'll see it start to set. It gets clear. Well, it's not really clear. It gets dark green and shiny, or dark whatever color you use. And that just sets that powder in ink and makes a shiny finish. And you're going to just hold it on each section. Like that, and there you have it. It sets. So you can use these embossing techniques with any kind of stamps. I just happened to choose this one, and they're really fun to use on scrapbook layouts, which is why I wanted to show you, and or cards. Here's some scrapbook examples of layouts I've done with embossing techniques. So this is a foam stamp flower, and just like the foam stamp that I just used, but it's in a flower shape. And what's cool about these pigment inks here, the cat's eye, is you can see I could make the stamp in 2 different colors. So I used one of the colors and inked the petals, and then one of the colors and inked the stem and the leaves. So I was able to get that variation, and that inks well on vellum, so you don't have to use StazOn ink. It sticks nicely to vellum. So that was one layout that I've used embossing on. And here's another one. I used it on the title. So I used foam alphabet stamps and then just set the ink there with the embossing powder. So it just gives it kind of a nice different look, a shiny finish. So that's another way to use embossing. And here's another one. You can see I've used that the love stamp I just used in the green here in the black. And once again, that's on vellum, and I used the little heart foam stamp with black. I'm not sure if I used StazOn or just my regular pigment ink. I would assume just regular pigment ink would work because your embossing powder is going to set it. But you can see I stapled the vellum on and then used the heart stamp and went over the vellum and the paper. So those are some fun ways to use embossing on your scrapbook layouts, and obviously your imagination is the limit there, but that might just get you started. You might want to check out, one of my favorites is the tortoise shell look embossing powder. Check that out at your local craft store. It's sort of, like I said, a teal and metallic with a little brown mixed in there. It makes a really pretty greeting card or layout with the browns. So anyways, thanks for watching. This is Rachel from freescrapbookingideasandvideos.com, just showing you another way to use stamps on your scrapbook layouts. Thanks a lot.